Creativity is an ever important skill both in childhood and later life. But what even is creativity? We often think of creativity as being able to, draw a really nice painting or come up with a really nice song. And in some sense, it is. Creativity is simply a way to really truly and freely express yourself in whatever avenue or way it might be. Often it's through art, through music, through drawing, through lyrics, whatever it is, creativity is present in most of what we do. Now, again, creativity is something that's really important in schools because, well, schools are the places that often guide and teach students ways of thinking that they end up taking on to later stages of life. And again, creativity is really important because the last thing we want from students is for them to be just tiny cogs in a machine, right? Because that's what school is right now. In my school experience, you have the HSC, and students are basically told to just follow syllabus, rote learn essays, and just memorize things, which is the complete opposite of promoting creativity, right? We want to be able to encourage and promote independent thinking, of creative problem solving, and not just memorizing something to regurgitate when asked, right? We don't want to. We're not trying to build robots and machines, right? We can build them, and they're way better than any human can be. Instead, we want to teach students and kids how to think for themselves and come up with new and innovative solutions. That's the only way we can progress forward. But how exactly do you even do that within a school? Teachers probably aren't educated to, specifically teach creativity, because have you ever, have you ever, done a course on creativity? Have you ever, as a child, be taught how to be creative? Not really. We sort of just leave it to chance. And I think that's actually the correct way of teaching it. I think in a school, a teacher needs to set time aside for creative activities, right? You're not necessarily teaching the kids, what being creative or what creativity means, but you're allowing them, you're giving them time and space to think and solve creatively. So what that actually might mean is giving them a broad or high level task and giving them the ability to solve it or figure it out themselves. Obviously, the teacher can still be a source of wisdom and can guide them toward the right steps, but ultimately, it's up to the student to figure out what their strengths are, to figure out what they like and how they want to approach solving that particular problem. And so, again, creativity and so, yeah, again, in a workforce and in a world where technology is ever growing, and we have things like large language models and ChatGPT that really automate a lot of these mundane tasks, creativity or the ability to think of new, innovative solutions is so important. And it's not just in these creative fields like being an artist, in whatever it is, being a chef, being a teacher, being a programmer. Being able to think creatively can take you really from being a simple machine to really being what makes us human. I mean, creativity is, yeah, what makes us human, sets us apart from other species and animals and whatever. Being able to think in a higher order and think for ourselves and think differently, it's pretty important.